Hi guys. Look, I've got my roots done. Woo! Yeah, this little episode is especially for you guys on Facebook groups who are pre-surgery and who are worried about it and but also wondering what you should take with you to the hospital. Now, I did get my surgery done in Sweden, but it shouldn't be that different with the sort of things that you need, apart from a lot of the American blogs and vlogs sort of telling you to take food and drink and protein shakes and stuff. I find that you can only really have what they give you, and to be honest, it's going to be like water and maybe a bit of weak tea or something. So there's no point really taking anything like that into the hospital with you. I was in for about 3 or 4 days to start with. Some people are in for just 2 days. Some people a bit longer if you've got any complications, but I mean there sometimes are complications, but they're usually fixable. They've done this a lot of times, the people who do these surgeries. But I would say, I mean, it sounds fairly obvious, but if you're allowed to, take in your laptop or your tablet. Sorry, I can hear like a child coming up the stairs. Don't come in. So you're going to be bored a lot of the time when you're just lying there. And so if you haven't got one of those sort of pull down monitors, and most of the hospitals in Britain do now, don't they? I find just take your laptop anyway, because also you can write down how you're feeling. You can do a little video journal or something like that. If you don't want to do it like that, maybe just take a pen and paper so you can write down how you're feeling when you're lying there 3 o'clock in the morning worried. You can just get the feelings out, write it down, and you can look back on it later and see how you felt. I wrote letters to my children, everything, because I was convinced I was going to die. I'm sure I'm not the only person who thought that. I wrote them these letters about why I'm doing it and blah blah blah. Do that, because nothing's going to happen to you anyway. My main thing to take is earplugs. I get the wax ones from Boots that you can mold and put right in your ears, because even when you're on like a private ward or with just another person, they might be snoring or something. So take earplugs if you like to use a like sort of mask or something, just so that you can get like a proper sleep. And I mean, you will be in a little bit of pain, and they usually will give you like some sleeping tablets anyway. But I find just to sort of block out the background noise, taking earplugs is always good. I did the same in a youth hostel, to be honest. Bach flower rescue remedy is quite good if you're feeling nervous. I mean, I needed something a bit more hardcore, so I had sort of propanol, beta blockers type thing. You can have diazepam and stuff, but to be really careful with that kind of stuff, because it might counteract with the anaesthetic, la la la. But Bach flower remedies are just herbal, and it's just sort of to calm you down. I found that was quite useful, just to spray on your tongue. The spray is better than the drops. Books and magazines. It sounds, sounds. Hold on, Harry. I'm in the middle of something. He's always been in videos since when he was little, but he's massive now. He started school at the beginning of the week too. Yeah, books and magazines. You might not feel like reading, but it's good to have stuff that just easy stuff to flick through. Sort of not something like not Pride and Prejudice, but just something, and just these celebrity magazines or whatever. And it gives you sometimes inspiration if you see someone's figure, you think, oh, I could look like that one day. Now, clothes. Don't take leggings, because anything with even anything that's going to be tight around you is not worth taking. I wore a caftan. I just like big floppy big shirts. Loose joggers are probably good that haven't got like anything tight that's going to ping around, because where your scars are going to be is right around your waistband usually. So big loose fitting dressing gowns probably the best thing, because you're only going to be padding around in the hospital, or pajama bottoms, or floppy big nightie, or a loose cotton nightie or something like that. I mean, it's not a fashion contest, to be honest. It's about comfort, and you're going to be feeling uncomfortable, and you don't want anything that's going to be tight on you. Socks. I always get hot feet, but some people get really cold feet, so don't forget a nice pair of fluffy slippers or socks. And your phone and your charger. Again, hospitals in the UK, you might only be allowed to use the one that's in your ward dedicated to you or whatever. And just make sure. And the other thing is coming up to your surgery time, in the weeks and months when you're told your date or whatever, do things like take pictures of yourself, how you really look now, big and fat and obese and everything. Because people always ask you for before and after pictures, and I hadn't got many before pictures, because I wouldn't let people take full length pictures. It was always like carefully posed selfies, and it doesn't really give you a good idea of how far you've come. So I would actually say go and take big naked picture. Don't have to put it on Facebook obviously, but get your husband or your partner or your friend to take a big realistic picture of what you really look like now, because you're never going to look like that again, honey. A video even. Say I did a little video where I said bye bye to my big wobbly stomach. I haven't ever posted it up because it's quite personal, But no, do take proper big photos of what you really look like now. You could even do the set from the front, from the side, from the back, pre-surgery pictures, because it's great for you to see, say 6 weeks down the line or 6 months down the line, how different you look then. Also, take measurements of not just your main bits that you think you're going to need, like your bust and waist and hips. Take things like your ankles, your wrists, your neck. It's really weird because I lost so much of my neck and I'd never measured it. But if I those weeks where you think, I haven't lost anything, I was probably losing weight off my neck. My wrist went much skinnier. I wasn't expecting it to. Harry, can you please be quiet? Anyway, so yeah, good luck, guys. And you're going to be a bit scared and nervous, but this is going to be the best thing you're ever going to do. And in these last couple of weeks, just take notice of how you are now, how uncomfortable you are. Write all the things that you hate about being so big and what's going to be different when you've had this surgery, and make the most of those first 3 months, 6 months after surgery, because that is when it will start to really come off, and you'll struggle later on. But those first 3, when the puree stage, it is going to be horrible, but just don't worry, just get over it, because you are going to be amazing and you're going to look so gorgeous. This time next year, post surgery, your surgiversary, you're going to look awesome and you're going to feel brilliant. Oh, one last thing. I'm sorry I can't. People are adding me on Facebook and stuff, and just as a personal rule, I only add people that I've actually met. It's not just about weight loss groups or anything. Just generally, I only really have people on my Facebook, actual sort of friends, and just because I, post pictures of my family and put intimate details, like where I live and whatever. But I only really have added people on Facebook who I actually know. But I certainly subscribe to the channel, get in touch, comment on things, contact me through the website, anything like that. Follow me on Twitter. And because I really do enjoy interacting with you. There's somebody on Facebook this morning and she stalled for ages and she was really worrying about it, and I really hope that I won't mention your name, but I hope that this motivates you a little bit more. There's so many people out there who are having this surgery, and it's so cool that we can all connect like this. So good luck, you pre-surgery people. See you on the losers bench really soon.